Hi, and welcome to Pilates Done Right. My name is Melanie. I'm a comprehensively certified Pilates instructor and personal trainer, and today I'm going to talk about upstretch on the reformer. I actually chose this one today because I've had some clients that were asking for clarification on it. So for equipment setup, I've got the Footbar on high in a setting that's right for me, which is I'm pretty tall, so I've got it all the way. And for spring load, I have one red and one blue. For body position, we get into it by placing hand, and then we step up onto the reformer and we put our heels halfway up the shoulder blocks. The next step is to shift our hips back over our heels. So right here, I'm in a hamstring stretch. I've got my back as flat as I can, but realistically, there's a bit of a curve in my low spine. And my head is between my biceps. Now from here, I send the chest forward and the legs back so that I end up in a long stretch position. I draw my chest forward over the Footbar so far that you actually feel like you're going to fall off. Dock the carriage. And pike yourself back up to that start position. So I've never seen anybody fall off here. It feels very difficult once you get out to that place. But it is possible. It's a lot of work. That last little inch there is very meaningful. Pike back up to that start position. Now, I'll just run through that one more time so you see the correct way. Out to the plank. Ride the plank in. You see how far I have to come. Pike the hips back up to that start. So a lot of the mistakes that you'll see people just go straight back with the legs and then try to ride it in. And that just creates a very long lever. It's possible. It's not the worst mistake you can make, but it's a long way to come back in. The other one, and this is probably the most common, is once they get unfolded, they just pike right back up. Or they'll kind of do like a pike up and ride in thing like that. And they just don't get that full work where they're bringing the carriage all the way into those stoppers to pike back up. And a lot of that probably is because it's kind of scary that first few times you get into that position and you're really pulling yourself forward over the Footbar. Some of the other things that people complain about is the wrist here. Because if you start the exercise too far back, with your wrist flexed too far in the beginning, you can see once you get over the Footbar like you end up, your wrists are in a lot of flexion. So you want to try to not roll forward too far, but roll forward enough that when your shoulder is over your wrist, there's a little bit less flexion here to start. So it would be, in fact, here you can see I've got about a 45-degree angle from my shoulder all the way out through my top knuckles here. So that might be a good way to look at it, where there's very little flexion in this 45-degree angle push. And then I'm able to pull myself all the way in with a little bit less. I mean, there's still a lot of flexion, but it's a little bit less. So that is upstretch, short and sweet, but I love that exercise. It's a challenge. It requires so much focus and control, and it's just really a wonderful exercise. Hope that helps. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.